Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into an emotion that we all know, but let's be honest, few of us really understand it. We're talking about guilt, and we're going to be using this really fascinating piece of writing as our guide, which puts forward a pretty radical idea. What if guilt isn't your enemy, but more of a suspicious friend?
Wow. Okay, let's just start right there. The source does not pull any punches, and an inner feeling throwing up. It's not just some abstract thought, is it? It's physical. It's this violent reaction that starts deep down. I mean, that description just perfectly captures that raw, almost sickening feeling that real guilt can bring on.
So, to really get a handle on guilt, we first have to kind of wade into its territory. What does it actually feel like when you're completely lost in that emotional landscape?
This image, it's just so powerful, isn't it? Guilt isn't just about feeling bad about something you did. It's about feeling totally discarded, like you're worthless, like you're trapped. It's that sensation of being thrown away and locked in a place you're just desperate to get out of.
And this right here really gets to the heart of that feeling of alienation. Guilt creates this personal little world around you that just feels wrong. It's suffocating, and it feels completely foreign to who you think you are. You know that deep, unsettling feeling of being somewhere you just know you do not belong? And you can see here our source material shows us that guilt isn't just a quick, fleeting moment. No, it's a whole state of being. You can be swimming in it, completely lost in this phase of uncertainty. It's a time when you feel alienated from your own self, not being me or maybe even actively hiding from me. It is completely disorienting.
Okay, but what if this awful feeling isn't just about punishment? What if it's actually trying to tell us something really important? This is the point where our source suggests we start looking for guilt's hidden purpose.
So here's where we're asked to reframe guilt entirely. Instead of seeing it as this prison, what if we saw it as an alarm bell? It's not there just to cause you pain. It's there to grab your attention and make you notice this deep uncertainty that's unfolding inside you.
So this leads us to the crucial question you have to ask yourself. If your guilt is an alarm bell, what's the fire? What is that specific thing deep inside you that it is demanding you pay attention to right now?
And you know, when you look at it that way, guilt can actually be a productive thing. The source compares it to medicine, and in small, carefully considered doses, it can help diagnose an internal issue and even help you heal. But just like any powerful medicine, it absolutely must not be misused or misgiven.
All right, now we get to what might be the single most powerful idea in this entire explainer. It's a simple but truly profound distinction that could completely change your relationship with this emotion.
This is such a critical difference. Guilt is an inner feeling. It's a state of your own mind. But guilty? That's an external label. It's a judgment, a verdict, that's usually imposed by the outside world. And the source says we have to be wise in choosing which one we're going to listen to, our own inner experience or some external verdict.
And recognizing that difference, well, that's the key that unlocks the prison door. It's the very first step toward what the author is looking for, a new inner dialogue flow, one where you're not defined by outside labels, but instead, you're in a conversation with your own inner feelings.
Okay, so guilt is a complex alarm bell, this suspicious friend. That's a great concept, but how do we actually deal with it from day to day? How do we manage this complicated guest in our house?
So the strategy here is really two-sided. You can't just fight it or ignore it. We all know that doesn't work. It needs to be befriended. You have to acknowledge it, understand it. But at the same time, you can't let it run your life. It also needs to be controlled. It really is a delicate balance.
So here, our source gives us a really practical 4-step process. First up, you gotta feel it. Don't suppress it. Second, you question it. Is this feeling even justified? Next, you direct it. If it's unjustified, show it the door. If it is, then stay with it and explore what it's telling you. And finally, and this is so important, decide to move on.
And this brings us to the final and I think most liberating takeaway from our source material. Guilt is not a life sentence. It is time-bounded. It's supposed to have an expiration date. Once it's served its purpose as that alarm bell and you've dealt with it, it needs to be forgotten.
So, we'll leave you with this final thought to reflect on. Take a moment to think about the guilt you might be carrying around. Has it served its purpose? Has it taught you what you needed to know? And if it has, what's its expiration date?